Hola, folks. What's going on? Here are your notes for LL2, looking at key point summaries. As I go through this, I want to be very clear that everything we're doing is a build up on one another. So we started in LL1, looking at main point summaries and really trying to focus on how do we put things in our own words. Yes, evidence is in our face, but how do we look at the evidence in the text and say it in a different way? Specifically, how do we look at the conflict or these major events for a character and put those major events in our own words while in the form of a recap? So now we have key point summaries, and key point summaries build onto the main point summary. So basically, now you give me the evidence. You decide to go in first, look at the text, take the text, and put it in your own words in a main point summary. Now you want to give that text evidence to make it a key point summary. Key point meaning you're looking at keywords. There's key points in the text that literally made you think a certain way. So this is the how. So what is it? How did the text help you come up with this understanding? In 7th grade, we always have two. We will always have two pieces of evidence. So always keep that in mind. And one piece of evidence, in this case, if we think about the main point, one piece of evidence will always support your what, or in this case, will always support your conflict for that character, and another one will support the why, meaning the reason for that conflict. So who caused the conflict for that character, or what caused the conflict for the character, having evidence to show that you understood that as well. Big thing though, we want to we want to avoid being redundant. Oftentimes we found ourselves putting text evidence as our main point summary. For example, you might say Lizzie was scared because in the text it states, quote, Lizzie was scared. Why say it twice? Why would you say the same thing twice? And so the whole point of the main point summary, which we did in LO1, is to make sure you said it differently first. Put it in your own words. And now you can actually say what was said in the text with the key point summary to show that there are multiple ways of saying one idea. All right, so that's pretty much all you are doing today. You are going to, all we did for this particular lesson is just adding text evidence to main point summaries to make it a key point summary. To kind of like go in a little bit more, so you kind of see what this looks like. So this was the main point summary that we did from the first lesson and as a model. And what I want to do is try to support the fact that Lizzie was concerned. And so what I did was, when I went back into that chapter on those pages, this text evidence here is what led me there, because when a person doesn't really care about anything else but people, that told me that this person must be concerned. They must be worried. Those were words that came to mind. So I put it in my own words, but they both mean the same thing. Her being concerned about Joshua and Lim is the same thing as her having her mind on Joshua and Lim versus her work. And then the other piece was looking at like the reason why, which was she was concerned because they had run off the night before. And this evidence here literally said, which we're going to talk about this in a moment, these were the two who had run off. The why is very iffy. Sometimes you have a why that you can't put into your own words. It's just going to be right there. In this case, this one was very much close to. The only thing I added was that it was the night before because I was very clear with my setting. But there are times where your why can also be restated in a different way. And so when you see those opportunities, you definitely want to take them. All right? So these are your notes for LO2. Make sure you get these down in your notebook. Do not be behind, because we will be moving on. All right? Good luck.